Hi, my name is Aria Spence. I'm ending my junior year here at Texas Tech University with a major in advertising. For my visual riffing essay, I've chosen to do the graphic designer Saul Bass. I've chosen him because I want to get into graphic design, and I even have an internship in graphic design in the fall. I also love movies. I'm a huge movie goer and I'm very passionate about film, especially Alfred Hitchcock, who Saul Bass got to work with. Saul Bass is a filmmaker, designer, and thinker. Bass attended Brooklyn College with the famous Hungarian-born designer Georgi Capes. Upon completion of his studies, he worked as a freelancer for several advertising companies and agencies, including Warner Brothers. He moved to Los Angeles, where he pursued graphic designing as a commercial artist. During the 1940s, he took up some Hollywood projects which involved the print work for promotional purposes. In fact, he started up his own practice in 1952 and a few years later established his private firm as Saul Bass and Associates. During his 40-year career, Bass worked for some of Hollywood's greatest filmmakers, including Alfred Hitchcock, Stanley Kubrick, Otto Preminger, Billy Wilder, and Martin Scorsese. He became well known in the film industry after creating the title sequence for Otto Preminger's The Man with the Golden Arm in 1955. For Alfred Hitchcock, Bass designed effective and memorable title sequences, inventing a new type of kinetic typography for North by Northwest, Vertigo, and Psycho. Bass also designed some of the most iconic corporate logos in North America, including the AT&T Bell logo in 1969 and later the Globe logo in 1983. He also designed Continental Airlines' Jetstream logo and the United Airlines Tulip logo, which have become some of the most recognized logos of the era. Bass has inspired others with his art still to this day, since he pioneered the minimalist style. Others go back and create posters in his styles. You can even Google Saul Bass movie posters and find multiple that have the same taste as Saul Bass but were not created by him. That is how big of an influence he has been still to this day. In 1955, his soon-to-be wife Elaine came to work with Saul Bass, and after the opening title sequence to Spartacus in 1960, which Elaine co-directed and produced, the two were married. Much of Saul Bass's title design and film work thereafter was made in close collaboration with Elaine from the mid-60s to the late 1980s. Saul and Elaine moved away from main titles to focus on filmmaking and their children. In 1968, the two created the short film Why Man Creates, and it ended up winning an Oscar. After that, Martin Scorsese picked them up to do his title sequence for films. Design is thinking made visible. Bass. Here are some of the work he did for Alfred Hitchcock. Next is Otto Preminger, who he did the most work for. Next is Martin Scorsese. Here are some others that he did work for that you may not have known. Next are some logos that he designed, including AT&T, Quaker, Continental Airlines, Girl Scout cookies, and Kleenex. I want to make beautiful things, even if nobody cares, as opposed to ugly things. That's my intent. Bass. Here's the visual riffing part, where I have chosen to do Saul Bass's poster on Otto Preminger's The Man with the Golden Arm in 1955. The film focused on a musician's struggle to defeat his heroin addiction. As to underline the intensity of the tabooed subject, he featured an animated paper cutout arm in the film title, which had a sensational effect on the audience. This was Bass's debut poster, and I wanted to make a fun pun out of it, which is why I decided to go with the new Avengers movie, since Thanos, who is the bad guy, has a golden gauntlet on his arm. I decided to do a play on words just to make it more fun. For this, I used Photoshop. The way I did it was I deleted the paper arm in the original, and then I moved the words golden arm underneath the man with the, so it's all in one place. And then I got a picture of Thanos from the Avengers on Photoshop, and I cut out his golden gauntlet and copied and pasted it onto this part of Photoshop. I also made the back of the arm black, so it kind of blends in like the arm in the original. I deleted the bottom portion of words where it says who the director is, and I also deleted who is in the movie where it says Frank Sinatra, Eleanor Parker, and Kim Novak. I replaced that with just simple Marvel Studios. Saul Bass is known for his simplicity, so I decided to not make it very heavy with words and just to put Marvel Studios instead of naming out characters. The reason I decided to do this was because it's a fun superhero poster with the lightheartedness of superhero. I decided that this film is very popular and The Man with the Golden Arm was too, so why not combine the two and make a fun pun out of it. I would also enjoy to make movie posters and play on movie posters in the future. Saul Bass has been an inspiration worldwide, and I have loved getting to learn about him. The style of graphic design he has done has not only inspired others, but has inspired myself. I got so interested in his work that I ordered a book all about him from Amazon. This project was a learning experience, and I enjoyed it very much. I intend to use the style of Saul Bass throughout my graphic design experience. Thank you very much.